Hello everybody, this is Techno Paladin. Welcome back to some Dyson Sphere Program. We are going to be continuing today on our harvesting of all the things in this solar system. So in our last episode, we were working on getting some stuff situated and working on getting our sphere consumption. We're at 100%, so we're at 3.75 gigawatt generation and 3.2 requested. So I'm trying to basically keep this in line, and you can see we got 2 layers of shells running here. I was messing around with some colors and some different patterns and some things here. So, we're kind of getting along. So we're heading into our, what I'm hoping to call some of my end game builds, and start getting some of this stuff set up. So I did tell it to no longer provide certain things from this planet. And some of the others, so we are going to come out here to this planet 3 and get it configured as well. And then once we do that, we're going to find another solar system. There's one that has like a bunch of planets that I found while I was looking, and it's got a bunch of coal and some other stuff. And since it's got a lot of planets, I'm hoping to build another Dyson Sphere there. So we can keep our research going. And I also want to start working on my new factory planet builds and see kind of what I can come up with. Try to optimize some of our output, get into some tier 3 assembly machines. Might even start looking to go find one of the black holes to start getting some of the stuff for the tier 2 smelting machines as well. So we're kind of in that in-game phase where we're starting to just harvest everything from everywhere. So I got a ton of planets to kind of kickstart. So this guy here, so this planet here, we have a bunch of fire ice, we have some fractal silicon, we have some optical grating crystal, we got some water in a few places, so we can ship out some water. Very little coal, so we'll just make use of it here. We got a lot of titanium, so we're gonna basically build out a lot of titanium plate here and plan to have it basically shipped out from here. Copper we'll just use on planet. Same thing with the iron, probably. Maybe get it to make some magnets or something, because we always need magnets, and 145,000 copper is not a whole lot. So it'll barely keep one of these fields going. So let's see, do I have enough on me? I do. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get my pole towers dropped. Let's see, that looks like... there we go, that looks like the right one maybe. Why does that not look like the line? That one does, though. Okay, there we go. So let's see, where's that at? That's right here. Let's fly over here, let's get this drop down. And then we'll see what we have to bring in to place here, because we also need to go ahead and get our power system drop down. So, which is, where's this fusion power? So let's go ahead and get this drop down. No. Okay, well, that's not where I wanted it, but whatever. Let's come over here, and I need to get a planetary tower out of my inventory to drop that down. And let's see, we need... Do I have this all configured? I do. So let's go ahead and have this start bringing in some deuterium, and we'll just get it down to about 2,500, 2,000 remote demand. Let's get that in here, and then we can kind of kickstart these power plants. So while we're waiting, do that, and then we'll go ahead and start plopping down some of our fun, harvesters here. No, come on. Let's just grab a handful here. And we'll just start plopping these down like we do on normal. So, like I said, the main goal here is just to get resource harvesting in preparation for the future. Just because we're going to need a lot of stuff if we're going to build a lot of Dyson spheres, and we want to get to the point where we can start getting our research going on these white cubes and producing tons and tons of white cubes. We want to get enough leftovers that we can also essentially make some of these new fusion power plants as well, because they spit out a heck of a lot more power than even the, or not the fusion, but the solar fusion power plant thing, the one that runs on antimatter. So at least I think it runs on antimatter. I've never built one, so we'll figure it out once we get there. But I need to have enough Dyson spheres producing the fun strange matter goo to support not only our research, but then production of antimatter fuel cells. So that's kind of where we're going with that, and we'll get, so we got to get all the things so we can really crank up our production, and just really start getting things produced at a crazy scale, at a galactic scale, you might say. And so while I have you here, if you're actually still listening, I also would, like to ask you if you'd check out the Factorial playthrough I just started. We're kind of playing the grandfather of this type of game here. You can definitely see a lot of design inspiration in how things work. Obviously it's a slightly different concept here, but you can see that they took a lot of inspiration from Factorio and games like it to build this one. So I decided to play that to kind of, have some fun with what started it all, or kind of what started this factory building craze. I do have Satisfactory that's going to be coming up at some point here. I haven't started it just yet because, well, I want to get through. I'd like to try to get through at least a playthrough of Factorio before I do that, just because I have a feeling that we're going to have to rework everything when Dark Fog comes out for Dyson Sphere. And, so that's, once we start adding enemies in the mix, it's going to change, how we approach everything, how we design blueprints for the planet, how we defend, how we do things, so I have a feeling I'm probably gonna start a whole new playthrough once Dark Fog comes out, just so that way, if they give us the option to have enemies turned off, I'll just leave this playthrough with the enemies turned off, and then we'll start a fresh playthrough to let us, have fun with everything else, so all the new stuff. So it looks like we got most of these planted here, so I'm just going to start planting some power next to these guys, and then we can run the bigger power arrays. Well, if I can keep my cursor still and steady enough that I can actually plant this down. Oh, I missed some. Well, okay. I guess I was just flying around too much. Let's just do that, and then we'll just do that so I don't have to come back. And get some more. So we have a bunch of stone on this planet too, it looks like. So, again, we're going to need a lot of solar sails, so maybe have some glass, have some prisms. We'll probably just make both. So that way we can try to, have a lot of the, I guess you could say the core. Man, I missed quite a few. The core things starting to be shipped out from our planets, so we can have some that just focus on individual things. Like maybe we have a planet that exports, a whole bunch of motors, and then have another one that spits out turbines and so on. I don't know how economical that will really be, just because, well, there is a limit from what I've seen. You know, if I have a couple planetary towers, they don't always all work together, or the interstellar towers. So if I have two that are trying to provide out a resource, I might not actually have enough of said resource to be able to do it, or it'll kind of leapfrog between the two, or round robin it, or just kind of choose one to be the primary and just the other one just kind of sits there. So I'm not sure what the most optimal way to do it is, but we're gonna have a ton. I guess I didn't let that all finish building, so I'm just gonna let that finish building. Power. We do want to hook up some water on this planet too, since it's got some. We don't need a ton of it that I remember. So, you know, having enough that it's shipped out at enough locations should be enough for what we need. So, like I said, right now I just want to get this main one hooked up so that way we can get the other stuff situated here. Alright, and since we don't have a sulfur, I think it was sulfur planet here, the liquid stuff, I'm not planning to do like frame materials and some of the other more advanced items. We're just going to kind of focus on the key things that this planet can provide, so we don't overwhelm it and we don't have to deal with huge amounts of power draw. We just kind of let it do its thing. Alright, well, I probably missed a few, but we'll get there. So let's just grab a handful here, and then we can kind of do our thing here to get a few of these going, and then they'll get, once we get a couple of these kind of kicked off, then all the rest should follow. There we go. Let me do this. Let's go and top me off, and then we can take the rest here and drop it in. Alright, there we go. So that will start filling this up with some power. Not that we're using it all yet. And now we can come in here and get these guys and try to kind of optimize these out a little bit. And so we can kind of get all of our stuff built. And then we can actually, I need to go bring in some belts, because I'm sure we're going to need belts and some of the other fun stuff that we need whenever we have to build something. And somehow I missed another one. Okay, so let's get this one hooked up. And power. And then we'll just kind of come this way with this one. So we can just come out here. I can't see this. I think that'll work. Can't really tell. It's too bright because we're in the sunlight. Let's just get another one of these coming up here. Okay, I guess that was too far apart, so let's just add one more. That should do that. Guess these are too far apart too, so... Alright, there we go. Now that should have power. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can get a few more here. Like, I need the dark side planet again, so I can see if we get power. There we go. Alright, just kind of ringing it around. Ooh, I missed some more power towers here. I must have just been kind of going crazy all over the place because I missed so many. Let's auto saves. Alright, we're getting there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the copper, we're not going to have a ton of it because it's just that, like, 4. Did that not hook up? Come on. There. Since it only had like 4 veins, it's not going to be that great for anything really. Come on. Can I get it to hook up? Is it really just out of that range? Alright, fine. Oh, no, it did hook up. Okay, those are good. Okay, that one's good. It's like I like it when I can get a cluster if I can. It doesn't look like it will. Alright, let's do that one there. That one there. And we still missed that one somehow. That one. That one. That one. That one. Okay, I think I should have gotten most of them. So let's come back up here. I think most, if not all, hopefully. And let's go ahead and bring in some of the things that we know we're going to need here. So let's go ahead and get belts, because we always need belts. Let's drop back down to 3,000, remote demand. And let's get some of these guys. We usually need those, remote demand. We got 500 of those. We might need more, but let's see how we do for now. So let's go ahead and hit our blueprints. So we are going to drop down a copper plate, which realistically we're not going to have enough here on this planet to support it on its own. So I am going to import some raw copper if we can. Angle too wide. Let's come down. This thing's got water in the way. Do that. Angle too wide again. Alright. That one's got something in the way. How about here? Why is it always, it's always saying angle too wide, whatever. I'm just gonna force it to go down. Alright, you're gonna go down. So let's take this guy here that's doing that. Let's have it get copper. Actually, you know what? Let's just do remote demand for that. Let's just keep it full. Alright, next. Let's drop down. Let's get us, since we only have a little bit of copper, we're gonna make coils. So let's go ahead and drop this down. See, this is the magnets, so let's do rotate, rotate. Stupid water's in the way, so let's just do this. Let's do that. Alright. And then let's go ahead and get... where is our... Did I not save that? So we want to get this yellow because we have some coal on this planet. So let's just go ahead and take advantage. Oh, I never fixed that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see. What did we have on this planet again? We didn't have... We have fractal silicon. So let's not make proliferation juice here. Let's just import it. Let's do this. Let's go you and robot note demand. There we go. Okay, now. Alright, so we have that. Let's we got enough iron production here. I think we can probably do that, but let's go ahead and get some of our titanium down. Okay, there's that. There's 2 titanium. I think that should be enough to support what we need here. And we're already going to be short on... Well, that's going to be 322, so okay. So let's come back up here. Let's go ahead and bring in... Which tower was that on? This one. Let's bring in some smelters. And we'll do that. Hopefully that means I have some. That's not looking good. Okay. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, so let's fly. We are going to need a lot of stuff, so let's go ahead and just drop some of this out here. Let's drop some of that out there. We need all of these out there. We need some of these out here. Need some of these. And we need some of those. Okay, I think we'll see how that goes. So, while that's constructing, let's go ahead and get our magnet down. We'll just drop that right here. Okay. So the main goal here is not to have it be perfect as far as consumption goes, because we have, 4 million iron, so I'll probably put down some iron plate production as well. We can also just ship out some of the magnet, not just the magnetic coil, but we'll see. Let's just get some of this get built here. Hopefully we'll get some of this going, because we have this hash going, and then the next one's going to be faster drones, which is going to be good. So the next one that we have coming up here is this Dyson Sphere. It's the one that I somehow forgot to have done before I started changing everything over to white cubes. So I'm gonna have to kind of go do something once we get there, but we'll wait until this kind of gets caught up, and then we'll start getting some of this other stuff researched and let it start cranking away. And because I really want the drone speed, that's gonna be kind of nice, because then all this construction will go a heck of a lot faster. More drones, drone speed, all that fun stuff. And I don't remember if I fixed any of the other blueprints still. I still haven't, mainly because I plan on redoing a lot of these to not use the stacker to anticipate when we have the full stacker from research complete, or so we don't have to use pilers rather, and see what we can kind of generate off of our system that way. Alright, so let's get this all done. Alright, next. Did I hook up the fire ice? I got the titanium, so we got some silica, got stone, so we gotta put down some stuff for glass. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, super glass. Where can we drop that? Let's, so I don't think I can drop it right there because the water. Can I get two of them in here? No, maybe not. Maybe right there. Okay, I'll have to move that power. So let's just see if maybe we just do it down here. Oh, there we go. And then let's see, what else can we drop down? Like I said, we could do a prism. Let's do rotate, rotate. Let's do this. We'll just drop it kind of here in the middle. And that's going to require even more stuff that we probably don't have. Okay. So let's let this start getting built. We're still short on some of our stuff here, so let's start getting these guys drop in. These guys drop in. These guys drop in. Oh wow. So we only have 937 left anywhere, I guess, that's shippable. So I may have to build some more malls. I do need to redo my mall. Well, not, yeah, I guess you could call it a mall. My shopping center, my distribution network for all things that we build with. We do need to build some new ones, so maybe that's one of the things that we can tackle in the next system here after we get these things here done, because then we can import some of the resources that we need. Maybe, like I said, we can maybe dedicate some planets to making things like, you know, blue proliferation, and we can have some things make just motors, maybe all three types of motors. You know, so that way we can have all three come off of one planet. So yeah, so we can kind of get a lot of stuff going here. I just want to see if we can't get at least this planet here structured, so before we go off into the wild blue yonder and start looking to do that. So then we'll set up, because once we get this, we can set up the exports, get all the power hookups, make sure everything's running, and then export some of the things. So this way we can get as much as we can off of this planet without having to overload it. Worst case is we can always come back and add more. So it's not a huge deal, because we do have some land mass we can use, but just want to kind of leverage some of this as much as we can. Since we got a lot of stone, titanium, by having some of that here, we can have that all taken care of. Let's just get that extra, because I saw a power issue there. And I might need another one of these maybe, because I think I tried it, like I said, I tried to do like a 2-to-1, since this has got a planetary tower on it, so that way two of them can fully refill an entire interstellar tower. But like I said, it's still not super critical right now, because I mean I don't tend to do full like on ratio builds and try to make things perfect, and and get all the different things. It's like, I just want it to work and be somewhat efficient. I said not perfect ratio efficient, but somewhat efficient, because, you know, I see games like this to be ones of excess. So it's like, I just want more, you know. But if I have more stuff to make more stuff, even if it's not the most efficient way, it's still more. It looks fun. So I might even change up. Like I say, I might change how we lay these things out, so that way it's not just all the same. As far as oh, we have this row of stuff, and oh, we have another row of stuff. I'm sure it would still be rows of stuff because, well, we're using belts, but you know, there's ways we can have fun with that. So we'll see. Yeah, and I still didn't actually get this thing fixed, so let's drop down while this thing's thinking, and let me fix these outputs. And output, and output, and output. And, oh wait, that's a glass factory. Where's my other titanium factory? I did put down 2, right? We shall find it. Just the main thing is, like, since I have some things that don't have a ton of resources and they can only be made into one thing, like silicone or copper can only be made in one thing, really. It's like, why not just ship it out instead of shipping the raw material? I mean, we could make a factory thing that we can drop down that creates everything from the ground up. You know, to where if I say I want electromagnetic motors, for example, we can have it actually process the raw material straight into the items it needs in line, and have the final assemblers and the factory layout, you know, be what we need to actually create those motors. I don't know if that would be faster. I don't know if that would be more efficient. It might be an interesting build. Because it would definitely have some unique challenges as far as getting everything kind of set up, especially with limitations. That's a demand. So, you know, there are some things that we could potentially look at there. So let's see, where's my other... Okay. How many titanium factories did I put down? Alright, let's see. Titanium. Titanium, titanium. The setting of goods. All right. Demand. Well, that's cool seeing the Dyson Sphere in the background as it kind of goes by. It's like, check that out. Don't that look neat? That is cool. Yeah, definitely want to start building those in more solar systems. Okay, well, that should start getting us some stuff supplied. It's gonna start being manufactured. So let's just take a quick peek here what we got. We're gonna ship out crystals. I might still ship out some stone too, just because we have plenty. Let's see, why is this thing still? Oh, it has no drones. Let's start making sure we got drones and everything. Alright, click, click, click. Alright, any others don't have drones? Alright, things look like they're finally working now. Alright, so let's see. How's our power for the planet doing? We're good. We're plenty good. We're fine. Okay, so let's come up here. And we got that, so let's do this guy. So we're gonna say titanium plate, and let's do magnets, and local demand, local demand. And then let's see, what else we got? We got optical crystals, we got fire ice, and we have fractal silicone. So let's do this, this, and that. So some of the raw material we'll go ahead and ship out of here. We'll go ahead and ship some stone. And let's see, we can probably ship out. Let's just ship out the silica. I didn't put anything down for that, so we'll just ship that out. So then we need glass and prisms. So what I want to do here is let's just do that, clear, and then we'll take all of those, drop them there, take all of those, drop those there, and then we can do glass and prisms. Alright, that should cover us. So I think that gets everything that we have currently on this planet. So iron we're using, copper we're using. I could ship out some extra iron. We're shipping in copper, shipping out silica, titanium. We got stone. We're shipping out some extra. We can ship out titanium too. We probably have extra. If I want to have just shipped some of the ore out. Coal, we're not even using it, so I should just ship that out. Let's see. Let's do this guy here. We'll say coal. Local demand. Ship that out too. And then let's see. This guy here. We'll go ahead and add some titanium and do that. Sure. We can do iron too, so if we have excess, let's just do that. Alright. So that should cover us for power, that should cover us for goods. So now, let us see. We are getting close to having this taken care of, so we'll have to take care of that here shortly. Let's see, I got some of those. We got some launchers on us, we got some stuff, so let's see. Next item on our list. So we have some stuff being made. We got the three main special stuff being exported, titanium, exported coal, some resources being produced and exported. Now I gotta remember where this system was here. Was it Surma? No, that doesn't seem right. I had low coal. No. Kerbal? Maybe it was this Kerbal. So we got a ton of iron, some copper, ton of silicone, ton of titanium, stone, coal, oil. Got water, fire, ice, hydrogen. And then we got just about every flavor under the sun. Let's see how many planets we got. We got 1, 2, and then we got the gas giant, oceanic jungle, frozen tundra, ice field. All right, how much? It doesn't really tell you how much land mass a planet has, does it? I never noticed if they're all actually the same size, or if some of them are, bigger. So we got all these settings for how they orbit, but not necessarily anything around the size. But that actually produces a good fair bit of fire ice, and we get hydrogen. So that's a lot of hydrogen we can turn into deuterium. Oops. Let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, I was gonna say we might look at a black hole, because we need this unipolar magnet. This one here doesn't have, I mean, it's got a lot of kimberlite. Some of this other stuff, is there any other black holes? It looks like a purpley color, it looks like. Maybe one way over there. Oh, that's a neutron star. That's got a lot of unipolar magnets. How far away is this though? This is 12 light years. That's not too bad. So some of these are, oh wow, look at all that stone. That's crazy. All right, well, let's see, where, oh, actually, I think it was this one here, this Adil, because it had, I mean, look at all that fire ice too. Doesn't even need, yeah, this was the system, because we had all these planets that we can deal with. So we have a lava planet, so we can probably, it's got a lava ocean, so we can use some of those lava power systems there. And then let's see, this one's an oceanic jungle, an ice field, a frozen tundra, and a scarlet ice lake. That sounds interesting. Let's see, this one has some fire ice and kimberlite, and I wasn't really looking. That's got 30 million fire ice. Look at that. Woof. That's quite a bit, but almost nothing for coal and copper. Let's see, which one's got, this one's got all the coal. Gotcha, and it's got crude oil, so we can leverage that too. We haven't been doing a whole lot with crude oil, to be honest. So yeah, so let's set this planet up as our next point of contact here. I think we can at least go get some stuff started potentially before we have to go back and figure out our research to get this last item that needs all the colored cubes taken out. So let's head over here so we can at least get some stuff started. And warp. There's not enough space. I mean, there's not enough space. Oh, hold on. Oh, wow, I actually finally used up whatever I had in that stack. So let's do that. Alright, now we can... I think that's the first time I might have had to refill the warper. Go figure. Alright, so we did get our warp speed kind of increased. I think in one of our researches it added a chunk, so this is going a little faster. We're almost there. And let's see, 13, 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and doop. Alright, 1 AU out. Alright, not too bad. So this planet here, I might use to start our launch for the Dyson Sphere in this solar system. So we'll set up our polar cap, and then I think this is where we're going to start looking at how do we build out our next setup here. And look at all that lava. So we can definitely use that lava power here, which I don't think I actually have any on me. I wonder if I have enough that I can actually get some. Let's see, I have some of those. I need to drop some here. Okay. Let's go ahead and, like I said, let's get our polar. That pole's no good. Alright, this pole will work. Right there. Alright, let's go get that taken care of. And I'm going to see if I can import in the lava power generators, because then we can take use of it, take advantage of that. Do I even have any of those power towers? I don't. Dang it. So yeah, we need to figure out a new mall while we're at it. Yeah. So that's going to be some stuff that we got to deal with. Alright, so let's get some things here. Let's go ahead and get, let's see if we can bring anything in. Oh, and I'm out of those two. Well, let's just do that. Okay. Okay, first off, let's see. Can we get any of these guys in? We can. Look at that. Alright. Next, we need some of those. Because apparently I am out. Demand. And then we also need some other stuff, but we'll get there in a minute. So we'll get those. That's going to be, I'm going to use those for our power. How's this look? We're pretty close to that sun. What's the coefficient? Oh, this is almost a 0.1. It's almost, or actually a 1.0, I should say. So we can design ourselves a little Dyson sphere here. We can get a setup to start launching it. We don't need as big of one as we had on the other system because, well, it went pretty quick. So I think I can get away with a small setup just to launch the occasional pieces here. Oh, I guess these didn't all get their drones here. Let's make sure everybody's loaded. Alright, now everybody's loaded. And which one did I... Okay, there we go. Alright, let's just set that down. And let's see, we have some space. Oops. And of course it's saving. Drop that there. Okay, now, did you come back in already? Yeah, wrong one. Not yet. Okay. So let's come down here to power. Let's get you. That's 110%. Nice. Alright, then we got 117. This might be kind of good here. And not so much at that spot, but yeah. I forget how much these things produce, but ooh. Our factory now consumes a total energy consumption of 1 petajoule. Wow. That's quite a hefty number there. Alright, let me see, is that here now? Yay, okay. Well, I don't have enough for crap tons of them, so let's just do that. And that'll build those, and then we get some power going. What? Ew. These things suck. How much power do these things produce? 2.4 megawatts compared to 15. Well, that's not that bad. But why does my power... I need 300 megawatts just for the 5 towers? Really? Wow. Yowzers. How many of these is that? A lot, apparently. Alright, let's get down here. Let's start yeah, some of these are not optimal, but you know, let's just get some down. But if I need 300 megawatts, I need a ton of these things. I just don't want to fill them in. That's my main problem here. Because this planet here, like I said, I don't want to use this one to do a whole lot of building on. I just need it to be able to support export of minerals. And then we'll use it for launching of our Dyson Sphere. So, yeah. So we don't need a crazy amount of awesome power generation here. We just need just enough to manage our needs. So let's get that. Let's just do that and that and. So how's our power now? Let's see. Wow. Okay, so it's just sucking it up. So much for green energy. They said it would be the answer to all our problems, but it's not. Alright, well. We're gonna have to connect a couple of these, it looks like, so... let's go and get a harvester here. And then we can do that, and that. And boom. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Where else? Let's go and get that on there. And then let's get our power. Alright, well. More the merrier. Oh, I'm out of the 50 already? Whoa. Okay, well, that went relatively quick. I just want to make sure this is all hooked into the same grid, so... Let's see, where are they at? There they are. Gotta love yellow power consumption. Alright. Come on. The fun of geothermal. Not. Okay, well. Really? Okay. I'll pick them up later. Oh, we got a nice little lava field right here, don't we? Autosave. And we're getting closer and closer to having that research done. So it might finish before the episode's over, it might not. So we'll see. So my main goal is just to get as much power as I can. How are we doing? 217. Alright, not bad. Not great either, considering I get 1.4 like what gigajoules or whatever when I do the fusion. But, you know. It's like, I don't normally get to take advantage of these, so, you know, why not? Like I said, the only thing I'm going to do is mining on this planet and launching of Dyson Sphere components, so we should be okay with that level of production once I get enough of these actually installed. I mean, we only need like 500 million of the dang things. I mean, really. It's like, really, it's not that many, I swear. It's only several full loads. We've already put down like 50 or 60 of these dang things. Or no, almost 100 of these dang things, now I think about it. And too close, yeah. Oh. Not enough lava, yeah, okay. Let's get you one of these guys. And let's get you one of these guys. Any other large, there we go. Oh, and I'm out. Alright, well. Let's clear that guy. How are we doing? We're at 293. We still got a long way to go to get to that 300, and we still haven't put down all our towers for harvesting yet. My goodness. Alright, well, let's see. Let's start putting those down just so we can get an idea of how much power we're going to need. Because when those things start cranking, I'm sure they're gonna start tanking this power grid. Oh, I missed one. Alright, let's Alright, well there is our research complete. So this research is gonna, all of our research is going to, oh, I thought I put that down. All of our research will now stall out until we can get that taken care of. Need foundation support. What? Oh man. So we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna go back to our research planet and Beta CygniI, our home system, and we'll have to set up kind of a little shunt of our research cubes. So I guess you could say in a good way, or a good thing I guess about that, is that this is going to let some of our white cubes back up a little bit until we can get over there. So wait, lack of item. Okay. Let's grab 50. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's just get a bunch of these down. You got a nice big cluster over here, and look at this nice lava field that we can fill in with our little power towers. Alright, let's oh, was I not close enough for this one? Alright, let's yeah, it's quite a bit of iron and copper, silicone. Let's see. I'll have to go look in the map to see how much we actually really have, but let's just do it this way. So we got a bunch of iron, some stone, some more iron. More iron. It's like I think every 2 of these towers we can support 1 planetary tower of construction. So it looks like we could support quite a few if I built on this planet, but like I said, I don't plan on it just because I want to actually just export all the things here and use this to build the Dyson Sphere. Keep it simple. Alright, let's see, we got a little baby titanium vein here. And some more copper, and what did this planet have a lot of? We have 40 million copper. Holy cow. Okay. Lots of titanium too. Not a whole lot of anything else really. Okay. So let's just get this down. This will be nice, and this should be able to support our export towers quite well, to be honest, because if it takes 2 of these to support a planetary tower, 4 of these should be used for an interstellar tower. So not too bad, not too bad. Alright, well, I know I've been going at this for a little bit here. I think I'm going to continue to drop some power down and get these all wired up and get our exports done. And I will probably try to mess around with the design and the Dyson Sphere Builder. I don't want to do the same thing, so we can I don't know if I showed this in one of the other ones, but actually, maybe I'll cover the building of this shell in the next episode. And I won't do it here. We'll just do a design live. So it can be a little tedious. So once you get a design, if you like it, you can save it like a blueprint. So that's the good thing, at least. So I'm going to continue through with this off camera, just so you don't have to sit through some of this TDM before we start getting into some of the new layout and construction. So while you're waiting, hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't already, and come back and watch some more Dyson Sphere Program next time. So this is Techno Paladin, and thanks for watching. Good night.